Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kind of a Big Deal. Today is July 25th, Tuesday, and this is episode 7. And of course, I am joined as always by Mr. Jameson.
Well,
Hmm. You talked louder than you did in our mic test. So I'm
I
gonna.
know I did that. I did that on purpose.
You
So I put
did.
my mouth right up against the mic.
There we go. Okay, first things first. This is how fat I am.
Are you gonna rephrase that? Like when you get to the end, you're gonna be like, "This is
No,
how ripped and jacked I
nah,
am."
probably not.
You're gonna flash your abs to the camera. Like, is that your
I
plan?
mean, speaking of that, are you planning on switching to lifting at a certain weight, or are you just cardio and diet
I mean,
only?
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't say switch. I would say complement my current strategy by
Compliment.
weaving lifting into it. So like on my off days, I'll probably lift.
That's a good way to phrase it. I like that.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'll do because I don't think I'll ever remove cardio, at least not as heavy as I'm going on my routine, just because I don't know, I like running outside. I mean, really, winter's gonna suck. I don't know what I'm gonna do during the winter. That
Yeah,
that's gonna be a struggle for me.
I'm all set. I'm going to the gym. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump into our numbers here. I apologize to I don't know the 10 viewers that watch these that we didn't put one out the last couple weeks. I had a death in the family, so we kind of just pushed it off. It wasn't because we quit dieting or anything like that, but
We
yeah,
gave up. That's why we
yes,
didn't do
yes, we
it.
gave up, but we're
We just
starting over. We
yeah.
we we gained all our weight back real quick,
We're like a
and
phoenix rising from the ashes, and we're going to be reborn.
yeah, we're starting over. So, where are we? We are at you with 232. And you have lost a whopping 72.1 pounds.
Yeah, I can't believe I broke the 70 threshold. That was one of my key
Yeah.
markers I was trying to hit. And thanks to being dehydrated after running last night, here we are.
What was your total goal? 100 pounds?
Uh, I wanted to go to 190, so it was
Oh,
114.8.
so a little bit over 100. You are not that far away. That's
No,
and at the
I
rate you're going.
my goal rate weight is 190 and I'm at 232.7. So I have 42.7 pounds to go.
Jeez. And moving on to me, I'm at 357.4 and with a starting weight of 405, that puts me at 47.6 pounds lost. And
That is also huge.
we've been doing this for 147 days. So, yeah, that's 10
Dude,
pounds a month.
you're almost at the big 50. Like
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
that is a landmark, a threshold to push through. Minus 50. You are so incredibly close.
Yep. And I have been going to the gym religiously. And then yesterday I actually forgot my headphones. So I ended up hitting the pavement for the first time in like a month and a half. And it wasn't too bad, but it was pretty humid out. So it's a lot of sweating and yeah, not so nice
That's
not
the
being in
best
the air
part.
conditioning. But one thing that I did is I went through and I'm gonna scroll up here. I wanted to see how long it took me to lose 10 pounds, like at each interval. And starting at the beginning, it took 22 days to lose the first 10 pounds. And what I mean too is like when I got to the point where I lost 10 pounds and then I stayed there. So like some of these times I would have lost 10 pounds, but then I gained a pound or two back, and then it took me a few days. So anyway, so 22 days the first 10 pounds, 26 days the second, 10 pounds. 30 days, the third. And then 41 days between 30 pounds lost and 40 pounds lost. That
But
that took
but if you look
well
at
over
that
a
though,
month.
what's interesting though is you said you're at 41 days, but if you measure how many days are you up to right now?
Yeah, if we keep
That's
going down.
10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're only at 27 and you only have 2.4 pounds left to hit
Right.
50. So you're actually on track to kind of crush that whole pattern,
Yeah, the last 10 pound 41 day stretch. If yeah, I could probably do this in
like 30 or 35 at the rate you're going.
right. Or I mean, like I said, I've been stepping it up at the gym. I'm doing like minimum 2 miles. Today I ran 2.5 miles, and the other day I ran three, and it felt pretty good. So yeah, I think it's coming along good. And at work we're back to like our office because it got like remodeled, and so back to being in the break room with coworkers that are eating delicious smelling like you know fried chicken or pizza
Buffalo
or
Wild
yeah
Wings
or whatever or whatever they're eating and
having discussions about meat enormous omelets.
hmm yeah, you guys went off on a crazy tangent today that I took like zero part in because I don't really want to talk about what the best fast food is and all that stuff. But honestly, it sounds gross to me when I think about it. Like,
Oh yeah, I could never, at least not right now. Like I would have to gradually ease back into eating something like that. Like I think if
yeah,
I had a McDonald's hamburger right now, it would probably kill me. I would feel like I'm going to die, and
yeah.
I
I'm
would
a
probably just suffer through the whole thing.
I'm a little worried about if I were to like eat some bad food, what it would do to me. Like, not only just gaining some weight back, but like would I start craving it again? Because like right now, I have no desire to eat crap food. Like I just don't.
Right.
I just have none.
Like,
And
would you become a heroin addict?
yes,
You're like,
yes,
oh, yeah, I got my hit. I'm ready.
it's like
This is
drugs.
what life feels like. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to be
When we go
mindful of
when we
that
go
for
to
Vegas.
Vegas.
I mean, we're literally jumping into like all of that food again, and not even like that. It's extreme quantities of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
over here, at least you're limited to like ordering an individual meal, but like Vegas is just like, hey, you want a buffet of everything you could possibly think of? Like you could eat your weight in like carved ribeye, like it's going to be interesting for us, but I mean, I think we'll survive. I think it'll be difficult to eat the right amount because I think overeating is going to be super simple to do in that
Yeah,
situation. So I think we're going to have to be pretty careful about like portion sizes and stuff, or we're just going to feel sick.
yeah, and that's the thing I wanted to talk about today is like eating to satisfaction rather than eating till you're full. Like there's a huge difference. Like, and that's I've been working on that because like I haven't been as strict with the diet as you have, obviously. But one thing that like I still would have too many meals where I ate till I was full. Like even if it was healthier food, you know what I mean?
Right.
Um, but like lately, it's been like okay, I like roasted this chicken and cut it up, and I put a tortilla. But like, I don't need to have four of them. Like I can just do two of the small ones, and then stop and then not eat after dinner. I think that's huge because like when you're being, when you're not moving around, and especially when you're sleeping, your body is like your metabolism is at its slowest. So I try
Well, I
to
think I think a lot of people forget that. Like
Yeah, they
I
eat
know.
eat at midnight and then go right to bed and then
Hmm.
yeah.
Or they just eat too much. Like portion sizes are weird, and I feel like especially here in the United States, like
Mm,
they go just for broke. It's like fill your plate, eat the whole plate, go back for a second plate, and then contemplate dessert that you really shouldn't even be considering, but you're gonna try it anyways. Like
right.
it's insane. Like, and it's like you said, like you don't need four burritos. Like you
No.
can just have like one or one and a half with a
Mm,
salad or something, and that's a reasonable amount of food. But like before we started all this, like that felt to me like an unreasonably small amount of food.
right, cuz
But
you
now
you
it's
weren't
like,
feeling full and you weren't getting value. So like especially if you were at a restaurant and you're
yeah.
like, "Okay, what's the most food I can get for like this $12 or whatever?" Like,
Yeah, you don't want to waste it. Like if I'm
yeah,
eating at Red Lobster, like dude, I want to eat everything on my plate. Like I paid 15, $16 for that meal. I don't want
right.
to waste any of it. So like that's another issue. And I think that's why,
And you better
just
bring another basket of cheddar biscuits
yeah,
because
because I'm not just getting two of those because I have to
right.
split them with you. Like, but that was the mentality. Like it, and that was, I think that's why the first couple of weeks are so difficult. Is like you have to break out of that,
Mhm.
and even your body feels like it's wrong. Like your body is like, dude, I'm hungry, eat more. And it's like, no, you're not hungry, you're just used to eating massive portions of food.
Right.
Like you need to chill and get used to, reasonable quantities, and then you're fine. And now
Mhm.
thinking about that, I'm like, dude, I could not eat the whole thing of Red Lobster that we used to get. Like, dude,
Right.
that was a plate full of fries with appetizer and rolls and shrimp and like,
Mhm.
this and that. And it's like, it wasn't even like a small amount of shrimp. It was like 8 pieces of jumbo shrimp. Like
Yeah.
that alone is a meal, and not counting the sides and everything else. So yeah, we'll definitely need to be careful in Las Vegas because I think it'll be very easy to overeat and screw that up. But I also don't want to be so strict that I'm like, making the trip miserable because we're like, oh, I can't eat that. Like I just want
Right.
to have fun and enjoy ourselves, and then we can, get back into it when we get back.
Yeah, and one other thing I wanted to bring up too is like strength in numbers, and a lot of the people that we work with are also like trying to be healthy, and like one coworker started going to the gym last week and he was saying like how sore he was, and I'm just like, oh, memories. Like like the first day I got back into the gym when I was, and I was at my high weight, it was just like I couldn't walk, like everything hurt, and it's just, I told him like the first 2 weeks suck, like they really do. And the other piece of advice I gave him is pair up your diet with your exercise. So like don't just do one, or like start with the diet and then add the exercise. But like, yeah, if you're, I feel like if you're just working out, you're, and then but then you're going out and eating exactly the same way as you always did, like you're kind of like sabotaging the work you're doing at that point.
Oh yeah, you are. I mean, and that's not to say like they won't see progress, but
Mm-hmm.
you'll see significantly better progress if you're doing both of the things at the same time. And it's
Yeah.
like ultimately, isn't that what you want anyways? Like
Right.
progress feels good, and when you see progress, I feel like you're more inclined to continue to push that progress.
Yep.
So it's like, why not just set yourself up for success? Because eating garbage and then it's just starting to work out, like it's not gonna work as well. And you're not gonna feel as well either. Like
Yeah.
exercising on garbage food, like it's not a fun time.
Get cramps nice and easy, and
Yeah, it's gonna
but
be awful.
yeah, I just, I really hope everyone stays with it, because like it would be cool to have the whole department being super healthy and losing a bunch of weight. And I mean, I just want everyone to be happy and healthy. And I haven't forced like my opinions on anyone or told anyone that they need to, lose weight or, obviously you need to be polite about things, but it's cool to see people wanting to take things up, and change their life. And um, yeah, and a bunch of you guys are going for like a 10K or something in a couple months, or
5K.
oh,
Yeah.
5K. Okay. I mean, you're
Yeah.
already running 10K basically, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But I figured for a race, that's probably where I should start because I want to try and run it fast. It's not necessarily about the distance. I'm trying to like regain my speed back. So if I can do under 10-minute miles, I feel like I'm where I want to be.
Hmm.
So that's kind of what I'm aiming for in the race.
Cool, cool. But yeah, anything you want to say before we wrap it up, or should we just get to our predictions for next time?
Ooh, yeah, let's do predictions.
Okay.
What, 2 weeks from now?
Well,
What was
if we stay
today?
on schedule.
Yeah, if we actually do it. Well, I'm trying to see. So like the last podcast that we missed, I was down 8.6. And from this one to this one, it was
I lost 4.4 pounds since, or
I
five
lost
point four,
I lost like
which
almost
that's
almost
above my
7.
average. That's above my average, isn't it? Because I'm normally doing like 2.3 pounds a week or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like
Yeah.
you're on track to be cruising right now
Yeah.
compared to what you normally do.
Yeah. So
So, I don't know. I'd say I'm gonna shoot for 7. I think 7 is a reasonable number for me to hit, especially now that I've ramped up my running and I'm
yeah, I feel
roughly
like
around 5 miles.
that's. I mean, you're towards the end, so it's gonna slow down a little, but like, yeah, that's on the low end for your average, and
Yeah, I used to be averaging like 10 to 12, so I feel like 7
which
is a
which is
reasonable.
nuts. Like, you would do what I do in like 41 days. You would do it in like 2 weeks, which is crazy to me, but
I mean, I'm
it's working.
so insanely strict with my diet though,
Yeah.
and I was talking to my
I
wife
have
about
been
it.
lately. I'm in
I
my
have
next phase, so.
I have never missed a single day of my exercise since I started my running program. I have done it every single time, and it's
Mm,
3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And since we started this, I have never missed it when I started running. I don't know. I feel like I'll like spiral if I miss one. So
yeah.
I can't let myself miss one because if I do, then I'll just be like, oh, it's just one, but then it's just two, and then it's just three. It's kind of like that's why I don't like doing cheat meals. Like
Yeah.
if I cheat once, then I'll somehow be able to justify in my mind, like, oh, well, I mean, we cheated that one time and it turned out okay. Like, what's another cheat? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So like that's why, like for me, being strict is the only thing that works because I can't let myself slip like that.
Right.
But
But I will say, my one cheat meal, it
yeah, you
definitely
did you did fine.
it definitely backfired. The next day or two. But I was
Yeah, you
like,
were you recovered
in
quickly.
the past, I would have been like, oh man, I guess I just might as well like cheat again and just like whatever, and then I'll start the diet up again Monday. And then before you know it, like I'm heavier than I was when I started the diet. So,
But to your point, you when you said, you should do it with people,
mm,
like that I think is the key.
yeah,
Like if you don't have a person to do this with, that I kept joking around about you, but like, oh yeah, it's a competition. Like I know it's not really a competition, but you're still keeping each other honest because like if you fall off the wagon, like you're gonna feel like crap because
mm,
like you're like letting the other person down, that
mm,
like you chose to do this together and then you kind of just dropped out. So like same thing with me. Like I don't want to cheat because then I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna let him down. Like we're doing this together. Like we're both trying to lose a ton of weight before Vegas. Like I don't want to be that guy and like screw the whole thing up.
Right.
So like I feel like there's an insane amount of value in like doing it with people. So like if you can get one or two
Even
people to
yeah,
do
even if
this
it's just
with,
one person, for
yeah,
sure.
like I feel like that's way better than just doing it by yourself because I feel like when you're by yourself, like you can make those stumbles and then you have no one to like help pick you up and like keep going.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Also, when I have a bad day, I'm like, man, Jameson's gonna see this, and it just sucks. And
I
it's like,
am gonna see
I
it. I
don't,
see everything.
I don't want you to see it. So it's just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you try harder. Like when I think
yeah,
that helps with the decisions too. Like at night, like you're like, dude, I don't want Joe to see a bad weigh-in.
right,
like, like
right, right,
I'm gonna make that good decision, and I'm just gonna drink water before bed. I'm probably not hungry. I'm probably just thirsty,
yeah,
and like I think it helps significantly.
yeah.
So it's
Through
like
this
if
whole thing, like, yeah, the spreadsheet and having someone else to do this with has it's been the biggest motivator to not quit, like hands down.
and really probably having a goal. Like we have Vegas. Like we both
Yeah,
said, like
yeah,
after Vegas, we're like, dude, okay, if we go again, like we need to be healthier.
yeah.
That was such a freaking disaster. My legs hurt, my back hurt, my whole body hurt. Like it was just
Yep.
pain, and then we're just pushing through the pain to get to the next casino. Like we can do better. So
Yeah,
I think
I
that
would
like
like to
helped a ton.
enjoy life, and I already am a lot more. Even doing stuff like mowing the lawn is just so much easier now, and I've only lost 47 pounds. So imagine if I lose 150 or something crazy. Like it's just gonna be that much better. But so I'm gonna say yeah. I want
And
I'm
what's
a,
your prediction?
I want to be absolutely over 50 pounds lost, so it would be in the low 350s. But man, it'd be great to be in the 340s. Like if I was 349, that would be insane. So I'm gonna push
Let me see. What is
really
my
hard.
prediction for you? So what did you do this time? 5 point
5.4.
no 5.4. Yeah,
Yeah,
5.4.
42 to
So
47.
I'm gonna say for you, you're going to be and you're at 357. I'm aiming high. I think with your ramped up stuff, I think you're gonna crack 350.
Okay,
I think 349 point something is where you're gonna land.
that would be sweet.
So I think you're gonna hit two milestones in this next block. You're gonna hit minus 50 plus, and you're gonna hit under 350.
Mhm.
That's my prediction for you.
Yep. My next like really big goal is to be like have the first number start with a 2. And
I
obviously
mean,
I'm pretty far
that's
off of that, but
huge though. Like
yeah.
that's like me. Like I wanted to be under 250, and like when I got under 250, I was like, holy crap, I'm under 250. Like I haven't been under 250 in forever. And
Yeah.
now it's like, oh my god, like I'm actually kind of close to being under 200. Like I can't believe that. I'm gonna be under 200. Like
Mhm.
holy crap.
Hitting that point where like the clothes don't fit you anymore, like that's going to be nice. But
Yeah, I've unfortunately hit that part, and at
mhm.
first I was like, yeah, it's gonna be really cool, and it is. However, I don't want to buy new clothes
You
right
don't have any
now
clothes.
because I'm like, I don't want to buy stuff at the moment because if I do, then I'm just gonna have to buy clothes again.
Right.
So I'm just kind of waiting it out. But yeah, I mean it's been pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it has. And yeah, this went a little bit longer, so sorry about that, but I think we'll wrap it up there and check back in 2 weeks. So we'll see you guys next time.